and foremost, as I always say, thank you, God. I'm going to try to be quick for this video because I don't want to spend too much time. God have given the blessing to even though suffer, but in this honorable way. And me making these videos, especially the one I'm gonna make, makes things worse because I put in the faces reality of this clown. Listen, I have accepted that I'm a test subject in a program where even children are being tortured, and I always start with the base with that. But today I'm not going to really start with that because I want to start with the humiliating reality of these clowns around me. Listen, I don't think I'm the best looking person. I don't think, especially today, my body has been, you know, I don't even like to look at myself naked because I look like I'm starving, like I'm wasting away. I can tell. So I'm not here to be judgmental of how others look. But when these others are some disgusting, trashy look, most likely teenage shit, that wanted me to look at them in this way, and they've made the mistake to show themselves when I have a body cam, because my mind is being manipulated. In my brain, they can play themselves the way they want to. There's been these pictures. You've seen many of those pictures in my videos. And I swear to God, these people don't respect themselves. They don't. They're supposed to be annoying me, but I'm like, you think I don't like to show this? In my videos, you've seen a lot of videos with these two together, these investigators. They are, and I thank them. They kind of make it easy to see things for what they are. I blur them, but I have the original pictures. It's really bad. This like teenage-ly looking, like, late teenish. Now this is not the worst picture because it blurs certain things. One of this person here in whites, if I showed, I'm going to show you a non-blur version of that. And I'm not here to mock people for how they look. But when these people are supposed to play like some kind of victimized individual where I'm into this, I'm like, I'm going to put that in your face and look at yourself. You did that to yourself. You are aware that this is not it for me. But still, you put yourself out there and want to play the gimmick. Like individual, the perps around me, some of them are not adults. And the way these trash try to play this thing, which I know is part of the way they try to disown me, is actually a tactical thing. They want to disown me because they don't want to see this program for what it is. What these people around are like the bottom feeders of this hierarchy of the program. Neighbors and people like that lives around you, random people in the streets, are like the theatrical aspect of this program. These are not the people behind this program. For me, they try to present themselves as such, right? It's comical because I'm like, you know how pathetic you look like. Whatever's going to happen to me, please reassure yourself that I know that who was interacting with me was just a nothing in a program where children even being tortured. And so there's clearly a hierarchy where, and I saw the target justice diagram, and there's like this citizen corp kind of aspect of things. So like there's the fusion centers, and then under that there's like these clowns that basically, I guess, report to them. Those are some pathetic losers, but they love this, and they think it's still working, and they still think that it's still working. And they make the mistake out of everything to show themselves on camera. And then they try to gaslight me. Listen, I'm not here to insult teenagers or people who look like the teenagers. I'm not. Live your life, and hopefully you have a good future. But this trash, having them in, their job is to also agitate you. They're rage baiter. They will try to bait you into a rage. A rage that they don't understand that you pushing somebody to that rage, you get the consequences of that rage easily. Especially when what they're part of harm the most vulnerable children. They take pride in negating the horror of what they do to babies and women. And do everything possible to disorient you. And little trash like that are involved in some of the most diabolical things you can imagine, because it's ran by the government and they facilitate, and they need clowns like that. And you see these pictures in many of my videos for a reason, because these little bottom feeders are the bottom feeders in this program, participating in the disorientation, gaslighting, and many other things. They recreate reality, expecting that they're going to be able to recreate reality in this falsified way, and you're going to be internalizing this. When you're going to see this trash, the reality, you just got rage. It's like, oh, you try to cover up how you torture babies like that, looking like this. And then it gets further with me. Not only this trash has some gaslighting, I'm supposed to be framed by this little trash, and I'm supposed to be into this little nasty, disgusting little life. Now listen, this technology can do a lot, but I'm so thankful that they made the mistake to make themselves seem. Because once you see what the fuck they look like, and I'm sorry for using the language, that's magical. Because this little loser in the program where torturing children is happening, then try to make themselves like, yeah, now you want us. Like, I swear to God, come make yourself see, little loser. And I love how they think that they can make somebody feel rage, and the rage will not be applied. Let me give you a glimpse of what they look like. Listen. This is what we call pathetic. Patheticness at the highest level. They know what they look like. They know this is not, oh goodness. And when I zoom, they're going to try to make them more womanly, but it is so disgusting. Let me just say, I'm not in good shape. I'm losing weight by the second. If I was dressed like a female, this is what I would look like. You see the one with the skinny legs? The little... I have the thing with the whole body, it's bad. I even try to make me look this. Unfortunately, I'm looking like that too. But the worst part is they trying to make me tell me they're gonna frame me with some this little skinny ass looking, and I'm not here to judge it, but look at this. This is they were doing their little study. I was supposed, if I didn't have my camera on, my brain would have been played with in different ways. But when they see, and they would try to gaslight me. I'm like, you know I have a picture of you. You know you've been the picture of the retard, this bottom feeder, the government contract to disorient you. You know I have been using these images to show target video clowns like that are nobodies. They're the little trash that's supposed to implement this thing. Years of videos insulting this loserness. Years of the blur pictures that you see. The reason why I'm agitated is because then they try to be like, yeah, I'm matters. I made a video in 2024, even before that. When I just moved here, maybe a month or two, or maybe a few weeks, if anything. New Year's Eve, I go into an elevator, going downstairs. As I'm going downstairs, there's two individuals, one on the side and one on the other side. They somewhat look around the same age. But one is a female, one is a male. I turn, I look at the female, and I see the male. I say hi to the male, I don't say hi. And the reason why I don't say hi to the female person is because I immediately feel stimulation. And I could tell, I was like, oh, they do this manipulation in your brain when you can feel something. I don't know what kind of brain chemical they release in your brain. I don't know what they do to trigger that kind of feeling and sensation, but they can do that. They can manipulate you to have all kind of emotions. I immediately feel like, they're doing that. I was like, that's force. I can tell that they're being manipulated. And that person looked young, but you don't like leaning more to late teen and whatnot. And I remember saying, "Oh, she's like she would definitely not interest me." But I can see her like this. She can be perhaps like a one of these like Jessie Penny models, like you know, like a little skinny, like. But I'm like, I'm being manipulated. No, I see somebody that kind of resemble her now with a neighbor, and now I have my body cam. Things can be seen for what they look like, not for what my brain can be played with, and I see this skinniness around me. Now I don't know if it's the same person, but it's just that they have similar hair. And I'm looking at this, and I have the whole picture. Now listen, I'm not here to judge your body or what you look like, but let me just say this. You can reassure you that I have no interest in somebody that looks like that. And they're like, yeah, we're models. It's like, geez, listen, just because you play my brain, I'm not even here to guess your age, but you play my brain. If you're claiming the kind of anorexic like models, and they're like, yeah, now you call us models, like, hey, look at the model they're talking about. You know the lack of self-awareness you have to be. And I love this call this insane. You're right, you're insane. Look at the model you're talking about. You are insane. Look at the dime we're talking about. You're lucky I'm not showing the rest. And they're like, yeah, no, we didn't know you. You are attracted. It's and by the way, the attraction, they refer to this person here. You see the similarities here? Whatever way you play my brain, if I have a body cam, you're in trouble. Because now, ta-da, you're doing this to yourself. Well, you think I was not going to show this? These clowns here were gaslighting me. Look at the models here. Who will not be interested in those toothpicks? Listen, I shouldn't be talking about body because mine is fading away. But she's not being targeted. Can you imagine being forced to be experience this and then not even experience like, no, yeah, I want the models. Listen, if you think I'm not going to put that in your face, any chance I can, if you do that to yourself, that's on you. I'm gonna be mean too. And I can shoot everything here. That individual, when I was hearing this loserness, try to call themselves models, because when I was saying, listen, like I was like, I'm good, and because I was describing whoever I saw in the elevator, which I don't know if it's this anorexic looking person. With those are legs. Those are legs in the red shoes here. They look the same hair, but and I'm like, is that the model here? Jesus. And they're like, yeah, they are. It's like, how often do you want me to show this? If you don't love yourself, it's on you. Some disgusting trash. Desperately wanting to be seen. Listen, I'm not here to judge anybody, but even when they look like that, you look at me in tights. Now, they start calling themselves model, because when I was describing who I saw the elevator, now that she looked like a model, like in a sense like that, I was like, I can see her like being a like catalog, like Jessie Penny. And I was trying to be me. I was also saying like I'm not saying that I'm better looking than her. I'm like I'm just not interested in this person, whatever it is. I'm good. Now, when I came in the elevator, there's somebody who looks similar to her, but I'm not sure. I'm like that looks like a skinnier, like a younger version. Now they can play with my brain. The body cam. That's why I always walk around with body cam. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, is that her? Is that this here? And I love that, like, yeah, they believe us. Like, yeah, well, they believe this. They believe the toothpicks here. You do that you do that to yourself. When you stop, and I love these people know I'm the kind of person who put that in their faces. Look at the models here. Toothpicks in shoes. Then come like, yeah, no, yeah, I'm not mad. Nobody's interested in this little nastiness. And if you're a model, you're a JCPenney model, or you're a anorexic model that I have no interest in. This, I'm good. This, when you talk about attracted, please wake up. And they're trying to change, and as I'm zooming in, they try to kind of make her more womanly, try to play my perception, but this, but I welcome them to show themselves. And then there's even worse than that. Oh God. Then you have the extra retards. This is another level. Oh God. That's when it goes to the level. And yesterday, I don't even want to show on Saturday when I was going in the building, because I almost feel bad for this person. I actually do feel bad for it, because I'm like, I don't want to mock you. It's like, I almost look at it like, you're a good kid. Like, you're not finished school. I'm not even gonna put you out there like that. It's really bad. I'll need to be like really angry to start showing this, as I'm saying that they're doing the manipulation, but toward this one, oh my goodness, the stupid little retarded kid, and they still try to play. It's like, oh my gosh, she looked like a little weirdo. I'm like, this is the models. I wish I could show the food. See this? You have no idea how bad this thing is. What they look like. Oh. Thinking that they look something like this, or even that little trash over there with the forehead. This is another model. There's no trash. But I'm the type of person who put that in their faces. They can be praised by the benefactors of this program, but I reassure them they will not delude themselves. I'm far from interested in you. I know my brain can be manipulated. That's why they call themselves gods. But if you make yourself seen and expect me not to show what we're talking about here, apparently I'm being framed by these clowns. And they're like, as I was looking for a charger, they're like, yeah, it's so over. Models. I'm like, you got me. You got me. I'm destroyed because of this. No, I'm destroyed because I was put in a program where children are being destroyed. A governmental program is utilizing human beings as test subjects and torturing even babies. I'm destroyed because I was put in a program, not because some little retard like that can do anything to me. No, I was put in a program that can do these horror things to children, and I'll always at some point put that in their faces. And I don't care if this toothpick in red shoes do their little gaslighting. I will always, as I'm saying that, we want to make sure that don't even give them a chance, because if they try to counter, aka they try to recur reality. I'll always ensure one thing here. This trash will deal with the reality. That's the horrible things that I'm saying that they're messing with me, because there's, every time they do this nasty manipulation, I do take a screenshot and I have my my charger wire across my legs, and they're trying to create stimulation using that. It's the things they do to the brain is insane. That's the level of manipulation that they can create in your brain that is so extreme that it's bad. And I'm gonna be quick because I know I'm gonna make another video at least later on tonight. But this was dedicated to these retarded models. And this that's right now, they stimulate me. This is what they're part of, and this trash. The reason why I'm destroyed is because I was putting a curb on that does these things to even children.
It has got to be the most disgusting, wicked, evil, satanic thing I have ever heard.
Worryingly, a growing number of people are contacting TI support organizations to report that their children seem to be displaying signs of these weapons. Often, the parents are victims themselves, making the torture a generational thing.
A significant number of members, many single mothers and small children, minor children as young as 3 years old, are being targeted and harassed, particularly with what's just called V2K. The sickness that someone would torture a small child is beyond belief. We have confirmed that these kids are in fact receiving directed energy weapons and voice to skull. It's a very disturbing development for us. With children, they'll use their mother's voice. The parent has to tell the child, watch my lips. If you didn't see me say it to you, that wasn't me.
Is who's destroying me. And then some of the participants in this program are this little disgusting trash, which I put them in a folder called trash. They now call themselves models because I was talking about how they forced me to get in stimulation in this elevator, and I was like, okay, I'm not saying I'm like a better looking person, and it's like I'm just not interested in that. It's like she can even be like one of those like regular models in a in a like catalog, like, meaning I'm not saying that look at me, I'm a good looking person. I'm just saying like I'm good. And then seeing somebody who who I don't know if it's her, and then capturing that on camera and seeing this is the saddest that I have the whole image. And like I'm mad, I was like, nobody wants this. At least not over here. This little trash are supposed to counter, and oh my gosh, it just tried to make her like having this little trash here are trying to negate that they're involved in something where children are tortured. And then act like they're the desirable ones. You know how disgusting it is? The level, you have a level of rage that builds in you. One is the rage that these fuckers are involved in a program where they torture children, make kids scream like that, and you know they're involved in that. Two, on top of that, they try to make themselves like, yeah, you want us. You disgusting trash. Looking like a little toothpick in red shoes. In a program where you torture children like that and try to negate that and call that being a war. You know the level of rage that built in when you see this whole life. And then they look like this on top of everything. Trash. Show yourself. I'll embarrass you even more. Some little, I'm sorry for body shaming people in a sense of like, but these people are forcing me to see them in a desirable way. And actually be like, you want that? It's like, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Toothpicks. And she was just like me. It's funny because I call her like, those are my twins. Because we all look like we have the same body. And like, oh, twins. Like, twin hearts. I'm like, no, twin because we're twins. Both of us look like we're starving to death. And I was like, yeah, I'm models. I'm like that? And you can keep that. I think it just looks cool.